mean, I sat across from the table today from this guy that's heavy fucking duty. Got thrown out of the army. I mean, he's heavy. And the funny thing was that I'm sitting across from this guy. He can't go back. And the waiter went to bring him the food. Like I told my wife, I go, you know what? I'm going to go meet him for breakfast. I go, how crazy could he be? He has his kid with him.
Oh, how old is his kid?
7th grade. I go, how crazy can he be, Felicia? You know when people put a dish in front of you? He went nuts. He went nuts. He goes, your fingers were close to my face, motherfucker. My heart, I just kept eating my oatmeal because I know what time it is, this guy. Those dish, and he won't punch you. That dish will be flying in your skull. He's one of those crazy motherfuckers. When I picked him up, he had crutches. His leg is wide open he's a cowboy now in Texas. He's like one of those, I'll tell you what he was. He was Jackass. Before the Jackasses,
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, 20 years ago, that would hit you with bottles. He was the real stitches, blood, the whole thing.
Really?
You know? But it's just when I went to see him, I knew there was a problem because I picked him up at the Scientology Center, and he's telling me how he wished he had $1,200 to take the Pure when they bathe you for 21 days and they detox you. And he's telling me about all the movie stars that go in there and they pull the toxins and the weed out. And when you drink water out of a plastic container, that goes into your fat cells and it develops cancer. This is what I sat through for fucking breakfast this morning with this guy that was pretty much a killer. I mean, pretty much a fucking killer. But, you know, guys, when I dropped him off, his son got out of the car. I got out, I hugged him, and as he fucking hugged me, he goes, I'm really proud of you. And he goes, remember that time when I went to your fucking sentencing? And I looked at him, and that put everything into perspective. Because this is a guy that on his own dime came out to see me get sentenced. And not just came out with a suit, an ounce of blow, and 2 hookers. He's like, if you're going to go to prison, we're going to have a bon voyage party for you. You know, when he showed up in court, everybody was like, what the fuck? He's bigger than life.
Yeah.
Steroids, big stomach, 2 bitches, gold chain the size of your dog. But guys, he flew 2,000 miles.
That's a fucking TV show right there.
No, he flew.
Joey Diaz sends people to prison, right? So he flies out, and you throw the best going to prison party you can. And Joey, all the point where you're in a limo and you drive them up to the fucking prison gates. See you, sucker! I'll be back, motherfucker! We're gonna visit you! And he's like, I had the best night of my life!
That's a good fucking reality.
That's a great show. But you can't have people like going to prison for like I guess it's got to be fun.
But it's got to be fun. Like somebody,
it's got to be like,
you know, somebody.
It's got to be fun.
Somebody who burnt the house down.
Yeah, he burned his grandmother's house down. Like it's got to be fun. Like God, that would be a fucking great show. True TV would do it in a heartbeat.
It's just amazing to see people from your past and how they react to you.
Yeah.
Like when he said that to me, everything at the restaurant went away. Everything about his life went away because that's all I know him as. When I looked up at that court at my darkest fucking minute, and I thought I was going home, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, the doors open. It was like my cousin Vinny, and he walked in, you know, and he's like, what's going on? And he was serious, like he was coked up from the night before. They just flew in from Vegas. They were up all night, and he made it to my sentencing hearing. And when the judge hit the thing and said guilty as they were pulling me away, you should have heard him. He's like, I'm going to kill this fucking judge. I mean, he's just till the death. God. They had to throw him out of the courtroom. Then he waited for 4 days in Colorado to see if I could come out of jail, and I didn't, and he went home. So how can I judge a friend? I cannot judge him. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, if he does get into this program at Scientology, you should bring some hookers, bring some coke, and walk him up to it.
Tell Tom Cruise I said hi, motherfucker.
He doesn't do that shit no more. You know?
He doesn't party?
No. He even asked me, he goes, you didn't bring marijuana with you, did you? And I go, no, I never carry it with me anyway in the car. But it's just funny to see people from that era and how they react to me now and how cool. But I never forgot that he came to the sentencing. Just the way he put it was really sweet. It was really sweet, Felicia. You know, it's like somebody he just broke it down. And he wasn't saying it in a braggadocio way. He was saying it as, hey, remember that fucking day? Look where you're at now, and look where you're at then. It was a dark fucking day. We thought it was dark. He goes, I thought you were dead after that. He goes, I thought you were going to come out and just kill people. But he goes, you came out, you started doing comedy, and it all worked out.
I could never go to prison. I could never, besides all the fucking atrocities that happened there, just the idea of being in a cell by yourself and knowing people are playing is the wrong word, but like having a good time, and you can't, and some dude that you don't know has to tell you what to do, and you don't have that free will, that would fucking, I think that would send me into I would turn into Paris Hilton, have a panic attack, and need to get released. Like I understood her when she was like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'd be like, me too. That's how I feel. Like,
yeah, but she was just there for 30 fucking days.
I couldn't do 30 fucking days.
If she would have, let's say, got drunk and vehicular manslaughtered somebody, she's going to jail whether she has anxiety or not. They'll put her ass in jail.
Oh yeah.
And there's no attorney to get you out because you're a celebrity. They got to throw the book at you, But it's really weird because what you perceive prison as, like Oz or all the people that you see in TV shows, CSI,
just ass raping.
It's really
all I think
weird
of.
because they categorize you where you go. So you're a white collar type guy. What are you gonna do? Rob an accountant?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a nice guy. You're gonna rob him with a fucking notebook or something. You're gonna have a nervous breakdown. They take all that into consideration. They're not gonna send you to a fucking gladiator school where there's people there. That's all it is.
So they
That's what it is.
Yeah, they don't.
It's people coming up to you, putting their finger in their food, in your food. That's craziness. They know when they do the fucking mental shit on you. They know whether or not you got a chance or it's bye-bye time period.
So they don't just send
I was
cherries into the fucking...
Hey, listen, I was put in the system with crazy people. I'm not going to tell you. There were some crazy people, and I heard their stories, and I laughed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in there with molesters and nothing. Those people weed themselves out, and they put them in protective custody and all that shit because the word gets out that they're child molesters or rapists. So those people always get away. Or they put them in their own fucking cells with other rapists so they could, exchange notes or whatever the fuck it is that they do.
Yeah.
They put me in, whatever the fuck, is the best way to do it. Hit them in the head, whatever. But fucking, they put you, like I was in there with a couple people that did vehicular manslaughter, which really broke my heart because these people were going through the transformation of their lives. They're just regular guys.
They were just drinking and driving.
Regular guys.
Yeah.
That went out, and you hear the stories, and you're like, I see it. It's not a story that they got blasted or killed somebody. It's the story where they got pulled over a block from their house after they had 2 beers at a fucking barbecue or something.
Fuck.
The second
That's
time.
why I don't drink and drive.
It's fucking crazy. They will
all.
throw your ass in fucking jail. And you know what? It's 30 years later. Now they will, now they'll fucking kill you for a DUI. Yeah. You got to go to alcohol school and learn the history of alcohol and watch Boardwalk Empire. And you got to do a fucking 1,000 things. The history of prohibition. I mean, it's a fucking nightmare. Like, they make you absorb all this shit.
Wine.
Yeah, Greek stepping on wine and shit. It's fucking crazy. You got to it's funny how they say click or tick. What's that expression?
Click it or
ticket.
Yeah.
What's the ticket? How much is the ticket they have?
Like $225.
$225. When you get to court, that $225 is $800. That's the opening price. That's like the wiggle price. Like when the cop gives you the ticket, you're like, it ain't dick. It's $225. I'll do this and handle it. Then you get to court, and they start hitting you with the victims' fees, victim compensations fund, the Occupy LA fund. Yeah. By the time you get out of there, you're paying for fucking people you didn't even touch.
Yeah.
You're paying for the assault victims unit. I mean, when you get out of there, it's a trip going to fucking LA court.
My dad had a buddy who his son was celebrating having his bachelor party. So they started the bachelor party at the Bucks game, and they had a box, and they all started drinking. And he was the soberest of the bunch, and he was driving them home. They were going to go to get in a limo and then go out to the strip clubs that night. And he was driving home and cut across like Hines and Hillsborough or whatever, and killed 2 of the dudes in his car and the 2 people in the other car. And he's in prison for a long time. He was going to get married the next weekend. I mean, his life was set. The idea of spending his life in a box was... If you had said to him, do you think that'll happen today? He'd be like, get out of here. That'll never happen. I'm having my bachelor party. And then that turned, and he's still in prison. And I think of that, like, just laying in bed, I'll go, I'm laying in bed just hanging out in a hotel room, and he's in prison still. Like, that is, and it's so avoidable. This is that I'm obsessed with not drinking and driving. Like, I will take a cab to the Ice House, if we do the Ice House Chronicles, and I got a hitch to ride with you one time. And I was like, I can't. If I'm going to drink, I just got to know that if my car is around, I very well might go, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. But if my car is not there, I can't do it, so I won't do it. I'm obsessed with that shit because that'll change your life. Especially like little white boys. Like, I'm gonna say his name to you guys, but not on mic, so that because he's a comic and we all know him, and he drinks and drives all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's clean though now.
Oh, he's not drinking?
He cleaned up, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He used to drink and drive to the point where he would be like, and I'm like, how the fuck can you function? How can you roll the dice? You have a beautiful life going on. Like, how do you roll the dice with the opportunity that you may end up going to prison or killing people and having to sleep with that? Like, that fucking blows my mind.
I also got locked up with a very weird crime of people, and this crime always alerted me. It was the crime of a simple party and throwing a simple punch.
Holy shit.
That is the worst story ever. Like, there was a guy in there that was a family reunion, Spanish kid, and he fucking punched his uncle, and the uncle died. That's involuntary manslaughter.
That's fucking crazy.
I was in there with a biker that got into it in a bar with two guys, and one of them died. Both of them went to jail for 6 years. Involuntary manslaughter is not that bad. It's like 6 or 8 years. You got a good attorney.
Yeah.
You argue it, But that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You could be arguing with somebody, throw a fucking punch, and they die.
But now, are these, like, here's my question. As a woman, are these guy problems? Like, are these things that we think? Because I think about going to prison a lot. I always think, I just randomly go, I couldn't do that.
What would it be like? What would it be like? I always think about being homeless. What would it be like?
Yes.
What would it be like sleeping on a fucking corner with rats climbing on you, having no air conditioning, having a half a Subway sandwich for 24 hours? What would it be like?
Yeah.
You always have to peek.
Well, I think it's like concerns that like men have versus women. Like for me, I don't ever worry, I'm going to end up in prison, or I'm a little concerned about the drunk driving thing, because my biggest concern about that is, what about if you get in an accident and you just happen to have 2 drinks and it had nothing to do with you, but you test over the limit, you're fucked.
It's your
you're
fault.
Fucked.
Yeah,
it's automatically your fault.
Prison's not that bad for you. You just got to learn how to braid hair. Like, give a prison enema. That's it.
I'm more afraid of ending up as the old woman at the side of the town with cats. By the way, I was telling someone the other day, like, this is how as a woman you get older. Like when I used to see the old woman with 1,000,000 cats on the edge of town, you'd be like, oh, that's weird. Now I see that woman, I'm like, wow, she really planned for her retirement. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. It's crazy because Felicia and I have had this conversation. And what I'm going to tell you, you're going to say, Joey, you're weird. A guy like me was built for prison because I'm an only child. And I have a party in my fucking head at all times. I don't give a fuck if I'm alone. You're doing me a favor when you don't hang with me. You're doing a guy like me a favor. Because I'll do push-ups, sit-ups. I know how to maintain my time. I'll whack off around it. The thing I didn't like.
I couldn't do that. I definitely couldn't do that.
You have an 8-hour day. You get up at 6.
I couldn't do that.
I got in the corner at night.
I would still hide in my bed with my covers.
Oh, and what cover? You got a sheet on a metal thing with a little inch mattress, and you're in a cell by yourself with a little toilet, and all night long you're trying to sleep with black guys. If you think they yell in the movie theater, go to jail one fucking night. Let's say there's 3 fucking floors. Felicia, don't look at me like that, cocksucker. Let's say there's 3 floors. Oh, that's why I never made a joke about that. That's why when people say that, I go, that's really hacky. Because you motherfuckers never been to prison. If you get pissed at the movie theater, you better never go to prison, Jack. Because they communicate all night long. Loud.
That is my favorite quote I think I've ever heard.
Oh my God, loud. Felicia, don't look at me like that. I hate when you look at me with that racist stare. It's not racist.
Oh, you should go
I'm telling the truth. You have no idea. Like, if they bother you at the movie theater, don't ever get locked up. Because you will not sleep. It's like, yo, Leroy, what up? Nothing, Holmes, just trying to do some time in this motherfucker. Yo, what up, JJ? And this is all night long. Yo, what up with that bitch? Yo, and they're just talking, but they're yelling like you're.
Yeah.
So you're in the middle. You're the fucking string. You're the fucking string in between these 2 cans. So you're waking up all night listening to yo. So when you on the street, what's the first thing you're gonna do? I'm gonna mug somebody. I'm gonna get a 40. They're having conversation from one side of the room to the fucking other. And here you are in this cell going, when does it end? That's when you're locked up by yourself and you're only out 1 hour a day.
Felicia, why don't you find that as funny as
I do find it funny, but I want to know.
She's a Christian.
No, I have to be the voice of sanity.
No, she's the voice of
I'm
reason.
the voice of sanity. No, it's hilarious.
All that shit.
But where was your favorite place to whack off when you were in prison?
First of all, listen, when you're home and you whack off completely different. It's like you when you're home. You get the dildo, you get your pants off, you fucking flag that monkey off, you take the dust off it, you smell your fingers, you drink some water. It's a set. You light a candle. You know, women, when you jerk off in jail, first of all, you got to make believe you're asleep.
Yeah.
Like if you're in your bunk, because the cell guys walk past and the mates, and then you got to whack off cappuccino style. You got to put your hands over your cock and just go like this very lightly.
Cappuccino style?
Like cappuccino. Some people like the flamer.
You know, like
some
the,
people
like
like cappuccino style, like this. So this is good. This is insurance right here, because if you come in your palm and you just wipe it on a towel. But with me, I got the turtleneck, so if I come, I just hold the end, and all the cum stays in the helmet for a little while, and I just relax. When I'm ready to piss, then I get up and pee and cum all at the same time. Why burn calories? You know what I'm saying? But it's true. But Bert, not to be a fucking jack off, the thing that killed me, you hit the nail on the head when you said this. You don't know what life is till you lose your freedom. Yeah. You don't know what life is, and I'll never forget this, and I tell Felicia all the time, you don't know what life is till somebody kicks your bunk and tells you to get up and turns the lights on.
And you can't just say
no.
anything.
Hey, listen, I get up at 5:30 by myself, okay?
Yeah.
I don't need nobody, but they'll come in, kick your bed. You're a fucking grown man. You kick my fucking bed, we're going to have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Okay? About 8 years ago, I almost killed Terry one day because she came into the room yelling. Don't yell at me. When I'm in bed horizontal, don't even go there.
Yeah.
Wake up gentle with birds and flowers. But to kick your bed and to say, get up, you know, there's nothing worse than somebody else controlling your life. You're a fucking slave for them. You know, I got 20 minutes at the store. I got to eat when they tell you. You got to shit when they tell you. You got to be at a certain place 8 times a day for count. You know, if you're not there, you get your meals taken away, whatever the fuck they do. I didn't see nobody get bucked in the ass and nothing like that.
Yeah.
What I did see is that pain. I felt that pain of your manhood getting taken away. That's what gets taken away, bro.
Yeah.
I get up when I fucking want to.
Yeah.
All right. If I want to take a nap after this and scratch my nuts, I can take a nap. Not in there. In there, you can't.
Oh, you can't just take naps? You can't just go to your cell and take naps?
No, you
could never go to prison,
listen,
right?
there's people that killed 10 people. They're in their cell for the rest of their fucking life. They leave that cell once a week for yard.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And 3 showers a week. Yeah, they don't put you in general population. They don't put you in general population. That's a little fucking tough. When they feed you through a fucking door, think about that. I just come over here, open that door, and throw the food on the floor, and it's whatever the fuck it is. You know, like I don't like gravy on my mashed potatoes. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about your
Have
problems.
some dietary requirements?
Excuse me. You have any carrot juice? Listen, how about helmet juice and water? That's what you're fucking drinking, and Kool-Aid. So you learn about yourself, what you could live without. Like for me, it was perfect because it taught me what you could live without. Like you could live. Like how many times have you said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen." All of a sudden you get there and nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
You know, I thought all these things were gonna happen when I went to prison. Nothing fucking. It's like when you go to church. You ever go to church and you're like, "When I leave here, the Holy Spirit." That motherfucker never comes.
Yeah.
You want him to fucking show up. That cocksucker never comes. You know, but you go to church, it makes you feel better, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in there. That's what I didn't like. Them taking your manhood.
That's the thing that would fuck with me is we were just in Scotland and they were talking about this. We went to this cemetery at night and they were saying that on the other side of this wall, it's supposed to be haunted because they said on the other side of this wall, this guy, they took like 150 Scottish soldiers and they marched them naked like 100 miles and then laid them in Edinburgh, which is cold as shit. They laid them in the mud face down and I'm fucking up the time period, but for like 60 days. They couldn't move. All they were given was bread and water. And for 60 days, they laid face down in the mud. Half of them died. The other half got sent to another prison and killed. And like 16 got out. And they were sending them on a ship out. And the ship sunk. But I just like, you know that like, you know that feeling like when someone goes, oh, and then they burned off his eyelids, and you go, ugh, like that.
Yeah.
That just like, ugh, that chill that runs through you, or your asshole tightens up, and you're like, ah. When they said they laid face down in the mud for 60 days, I was like, I couldn't do that. I can't. That isn't it. I couldn't. I would have to get up and be like, guys, I'm done. Like that concept of having your freedom taken away is so foreign to especially like American kids. Because that's all we have is fucking freedom. All I have is freedom, and like that, I have so much of it, I waste it.
Wasting your freedom.
Wasting your freedom. It's
Wasting
fucking
your
amazing.
freedom.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do. But it's
That's
like
heavy, yeah.
you coming home tonight and going, Mrs. Kreischer, what did you cook? And she says spaghetti and meatballs. And you're like, I don't want to cook spaghetti and meatballs. I'm going to go by Joey's and get a sandwich.
Yeah.
You don't have that option in prison, dog. When you go in there, they got meatloaf and it looks like a horse that took a shit, and it's green and there's corn and it looks small, like radioactive corn and shit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, there's people who cook in their prison cells and they do there's dudes that are chefs in there with the thing from an iron. They'll make nacho cheese and, burritos and shit. They'll start cooking at 2 yesterday so you can eat on Friday. They'll plan a feast for Friday night, but they got to start cooking on Wednesday.
What's the best part of prison?
The enlightenment. Knowing what you could go without. Knowing what... It's like anything else, man. When you started thinking about comedy, Felicia started thinking about comedy. You thought about it for a while, you read, you watched Lenny Bruce, you watched everybody. But once you went on stage, it was a complete different story. Once you realized you could do something, we talk about losing weight all the time. I'm going to lose weight. Once you do some shit and you look at the scale and you're 2 pounds lighter, once you know you could do something, that changes your life forever. Changes your life forever.
It really
knowing
does.
And talking about it, knowing is it. Is it. And that's why confidence is so fucking, it's a horrible thing not to have.
Yeah.
Because you always doubt yourself. Like, what's going to happen tomorrow? But when you get off stage, how many times have both of you, how about all three of us, gone to do a set? A, we don't fucking want to get on stage. B, we have no new material. C, we just don't want to get on stage.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. No, I'm just saying. You know how you feel?
Yeah.
You know how we fucking feel? Yeah. And you say to yourself, God damn, I don't want to fucking go down there, or you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
And you go down there and you kill. How do you feel on the ride home, guys? What's that euphoric feeling? You did it.
Yeah.
You ever do that late Saturday, 10 o'clock show, dog? You get there on Wednesday, and now it's Saturday at 10. You've taken 1,000 pictures with ugly people. You got armpit on your some shirt from the smell.
Yeah.
Once you get off that stage, it's over. You did it. It's amazing to know or think, but to fucking actually do something.
To find your limits.
To find your limit. Everything we do
to
is
define where, to see your strengths in a different light.
It's amazing. When I got locked up, my big thing was, dog, I'm not going to survive without weed. The coke, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
I could get coke in there if I have to, but the weed's going to be fucking tough. A week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, and here I am giggling with the fucking guys.
Having a good time, and you're like, I don't need to be high.
For 2 weeks, I thought that the end of the world was near. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to sleep. But once you fucking live it, you're like, I did it. You break up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. For 2 weeks, you fucking hurt. But then you start going out, and you start going, I forgot about that bitch.
There's
for 4
no
hours.
better feeling than getting over
somebody.
It's almost better than being in love.
Yeah, it's the fucking
Well, tell me the fucking secret.
When 2 months later you're laying in bed and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about that person. And you actually call them just to see, I'm going to give them some dick. And you feel bad about yourself. You're like, what did I call that mutt for? You know what I'm saying? You got over something. You overreached an obstacle. Any obstacle, bro.
I remember there was a girl that I dated in college, and then right when I started doing stand-up, I moved to New York. She was a flight attendant, and she kind of broke my heart, because she made me look psycho, but I wasn't. I flew down to Orlando to surprise her. She was in Orlando, and I showed up at her house, and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, we're dating. Surprise." She was like, and she was dressed up, so she was obviously going out on a date with another dude, and then turned it back on me, and I just was like, I'd gotten in my buddy's car, he drove me to his house, I stayed at his house all weekend, flew back to New York, and I was like, fuck, I was heartbroken, I was ruined, and I decided to build a loft in my whatchamacallit, and then just the way this business works out. She thought I was going to fail. Her dad thought I was going to fail. They all thought I should move down to Orlando and sell boats. All that. And then I get a deal. And then that boosts your confidence, because all of a sudden now you have money and you're moving forward in the business. And I was in LA taking meetings after I got the deal, and she called and she was like, it maybe had been 6 months. And she goes, hey, I'm in LA. I'd love to meet up, And the old me would have been like, oh, fuck yeah. But I just was like...
I'm busy, bitch. Yeah, it was the best
best feeling in the world. I was at a gas station. You know the gas station across from the Beverly Center on Beverly and La Cienega?
Yeah,
you know that gas station?
Yeah.
I was at that gas station when she called. And I was like, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry. I'm real busy. Let me try to call you later. And I hung up and I was like, oh shit, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care. It was the best feeling. It's better than being in love because you're like, I'm free. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, oh my God. I love that. I love. And do you ever look back and like miss the heartbreak?
No, not yet. No, I just broke up with someone, so I'm in that phase now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
How long? She's always breaking up with somebody.
No, but this time for sure. And I've been back online dating, and it's just like, you know.
You do online dating?
I totally do online. Joey's totally rolling his eyes right now. Yeah,
No, I'm not. No, I like
do
it. I
online
like that she
dating.
does
Yeah,
that.
and I thought this time I'm gonna do a new approach, and I'm gonna like write a new name, and you know, like, cause my name before, and it's hard. Like, everyone must be doing online dating because it's hard to even come up with an original name, you know. And I tried like Dr. Zira from Planet of the Apes because I'm like, fuck it. And on OkCupid, this is what I'm dating on, but I'm not gonna say my name. If you put in a name that you want, it'll kick back suggestions. And for the women, I think just the women, you put in like Cindy123, it'll say, no, try Cindy123 taco. But taco? So then I put Dr. Zira in, and it's like, try Dr. Zira's taco. And it's like, that's just so wrong on so many levels, you know?
Taco?
It's so fucking wrong. But I am at least to that point where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this and actively, you know, try to go out with guys. You know, it's hard though. It's hard when you're right at that point, like the couple of month point where you just.
So you met this guy online?
Oh, the guy, yeah, we dated for about 2 years, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut up, my buddy does online dating, but he just has sex with chicks. Like, he just has sex with them, and then it always, he's just
What's
like,
his name?
yeah, you don't want him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a nightmare.
Yeah.
That online dating stuff, that's a hot thing. And it's safe.
Yeah, it
you're
works.
home,
I told my
fucking
sister
home.
to do it, and she was like, oh, I don't want to be one of those people. I was like, everyone's
You mean
one of
the
those
people that go to dinner and hang out and
Yeah.
find friends and get laid and put a cock in their mouth? Those people?
She was talking about those people, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I'd online date if I could. I would. I totally would. I've been like, I have intimacy issues. Where I was telling Joey when we were having coffee, I have weird things about friends. I have a hard time. I keep a lot of people at arm's distance. I don't know why. I'm not sure why entirely, but I think I'm afraid to let people down. I think that's my theory. But I also have a weird thing with intimacy issues with fans on Twitter, in that I will, like, if someone says to me, hey, I really like your stuff, I'd love to meet up, I'm like, okay, because then I feel like I'm a dick if I don't. Never backfired, but at all. As a matter of fact, I just met up with a bunch of fans from in Scotland. Had a blast.
Oh, they
Had
took pictures, yeah.
had drinks.
They
Got
sent me-
fucking hammered with them. But I have definitely got myself into situations where I'm at fans' houses, and like, I'm like, I should really have boundaries of some sort. Like just taking it, like the first time I ever got a fan ever, this girl emailed me. Mind you, I'm married with like one kid at the time. It was from when I was on Last Comic Standing 2. And she emailed me. She was like, just want to say I love your comedy. I think you're great, or whatever, this and that. I wrote her back a letter so in depth, so long, that she replied and said, please lose my information.
Oh,
and I was like,
really?
whoa, like, I was just trying to connect. Like, what the fuck did I do? So yeah, I would be a fucking nightmare online, trying to date women online.
I would have to put like a fake picture of myself, then surprise them at the meeting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Put a picture of a good-looking guy, then drop it on him.
Like-
But you know what? People put fake
Yes, they
profiles
do.
up there, because
Yes,
I
they
saw Axl Rose has a profile on OkCupid,
Oh, wait,
and so it
the
must
real-
be fake. And then it has a whole, like, it's his picture, and it looks like kind of a recent picture, and it's like Axl something something, but it's Axl Rose, and then it says all this stuff like big-breasted women. It must be a joke. And then one of the things that,
Like
because you have to
locking you in a
put things
closet
like,
and burning your ass with a crack pipe.
I know.
Rick James style.
But it says things that 6 things you can't live without, and one of them was like 2 cups of cottage cheese, and I was like, wow, I don't know if this is really real
really
or
might
fake.
be him.
I
think
know,
of the
that's the one that made me go,
Think of the time it saves you
Yeah.
and the bullshit. It really does, Felicia.
Yeah.
I like it. If I had to do it, I would try it. You know, boom, you like me, I like you. Let's meet in Laurel Canyon. You meet at Gelson's. If it don't work out, you're in your car, she's in hers, and it's all over but the shouting.
Let me set you up with a guy.
Oh, really?
There's a guy at my daughter's school who is so fucking cool. He's got like shoulder length hair, covered in tats. I think he's sober only because he's always up and like alert in the mornings. And he's so cool, and I never see a mom. But he lives right next door to us, and we live a few blocks from here. Like,
How old is he?
Probably my age, like your age. We're the same age, right?
I don't know.
How old are you?
I'm not gonna tell you. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Yeah,
I'm 39. I skateboarded here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. As I was doing it, I was like, first of all, there are definitely I'm gonna guess 30,000 kids that would change places with me in a heartbeat to be skateboarding in the middle of a Wednesday to go have coffee with Joey. I was like, there are 30,000 kids right now that would be like, you're getting to go have coffee with Joey Diaz? Like, on your skateboard? Like, I was like, this is a kid's dream. And I'm like, I'm 39. I need to fucking straighten my life out. But I want to fucking find out his name's. I won't tell you his name, but he's a stud. He's a stud, but I don't.
Oh, he's probably busy with the ladies.
No, I never. He's a real involved parent. Always at the school. I'm gonna do the research today. I'm gonna set Leanne on.
He's a good man, Felicia.
Well, I did have a date the other night, and it was my second date. And we kind of had chemistry, and then I went to his house, and then we kissed. But then, because my last guy, he was pretty physical, and I was all like, when I left, I could tell he was like, what the fuck was that about? Because I don't like any of this, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, let's go, motherfucker. Let's go, motherfucker. Let's go to work. Rip that clothes off and let's get to it.
You know what I mean? But he was, no, I was, I don't know. Anyway, so that's my story.
You're a filthy animal. That's what fucking happened.
How many guys have you had sex with?
In my life?
Yeah.
In my life? Wow. In my life? Well, I'm old, so.
You're not old.
Well.
Smoke's gonna start coming out of her ears every fucking minute. How many? Why you put? That's a Jeopardy fucking question. What are you hitting her for? She's all fucked up. You gotta fuck this poor girl up for 3 days.
There's questions you are supposed to answer.
Where's your judgment? At what number does your judgment kick in? Or yours, Joey?
I don't give a fuck.
Joey doesn't have judgment when it comes to this.
When you're 18 to 21, I was always a prude.
Yeah.
Like, I realized the other day why I never got my dick sucked at a young age. You know why? I remembered.
Why?
I thought in my mind that if a woman sucked your dick, she was like the devil.
Really?
Like, I was implanted. Then when I became the devil, then it was fuck it. Who cares? Suck my dick. But for years, I was prudy against, and I would, she's fucking loose. You got to stay away from her. Then as you get older, you're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? You get tested, I get tested. Let's fucking suck. I even hate condoms. If you're gonna give me a piece of pussy, let's go to the death. Let's go to the death. What's the big deal here? You let me go into you. I don't give a fuck. You got HIV, let's fuck to the death. You know what I'm saying? Just peel us off each other. When we're 8 pounds apiece with intravenous. I don't give a fuck. If that pussy's good, I'll take a bullet for the fucking team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just sometimes that pussy's really fucking good. You don't even give a fuck. Yeah. Tell me the truth. When you were 18, if you got a good piece of pussy and that chick told you got AIDS and syphilis, you'd sit there for like 3 minutes, drink a glass of water, and get right back in that fucking monkey. Get some milk. Look at Felicia.
No, actually, I was just thinking about the other day. I was at the school, and so I was hanging out with these moms, and this one mom, I don't know, this is how the conversations go with fucking women, right? So we're in a group, and this one mom's like, oh, my hands are starting to look really old. And I go, oh, yeah, I get what you're saying about that, because I feel that way about my hands, because as a woman, like, because that's what happens. And then I go, oh, yeah, I was thinking that the other, like a couple months ago, I had this boyfriend, and I was starting to suck his, and then this other mom walks up, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, I'll tell you later, right? And she's like, and the other mom's like, no, tell us now, right? And so I'm like, all right. So I'm sucking this guy's cock, and it was kind of bright, and as I'm doing it, I'm looking at my hands like, man, these are some old fucking claws I gotta wear on this guy's cock. And they just looked at me and walked away awkwardly.
Hey, you blew them out of the water with that.
Parents, okay, this is going to go back to what you were saying earlier, because there is a thing that happens when you become a comedian, I believe, where your brain switches. Everything's fair game. Everything, I can remember like going, everything's a joke, everything's fair game. I don't get offended, and I lose the barrier of where I offend people. For a perfect example, I was sitting in a dance class, my daughter's dance class, and one of the guys was talking about the director who directed Killing Zoe. Do you remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
I forget the director's name. But he had gotten into a car accident, DUI, oddly enough, and they were talking about that, and I went, "What are you guys talking about?" And they said the guy's name, and they were like Roger or something, and they were like, "Yeah, he actually." He directed Killing Zoe, and I just real quick, I go, that is the first time I ever saw two dudes fucking the ass, and they were like, whoa, like we're in a dance class, you can't talk like, but I'm like, it's like, well, what are you talking about? Like, and they're like, you got a DUI. I go, but you did not remember watching the two dudes? How is that not the first thing you talk about? Like the two dudes fucking in the ass in the bathroom in the stall. I was like, whoa, like is that what happens when you do heroin? Why are they wearing masks? And they were like, wait, stop. Like my level is different. That and people find you funny when you're not trying to be funny. Like they had a hip hop dance at my daughter's school, and the lady's like, because it's hip hop, so and it's a dance, so they want the parents to like, parents, feel free to shout out some stuff, like yeah, you got it, like, and I start going, get some, because I'm just trying to be like, I'm like, I'm not trying to say the same thing everyone else is saying. And I'm like, get some. And my wife's like, shut the fuck up. And then everyone starts laughing. And I was like, what? Like, it's not like I'm in a strip club. Like bend over and touch your toes. Like, I'm just being regular. And then all of a sudden, it's like turns into this awkward. Like, finally, I just ended with powerful Isla Kreischer. And then fucking five fathers started laughing hysterically. But, like, I think that's so interesting because you would share something like that. And there would be mothers that would be like, that is the thing they tell the next 10 people they talk to.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it doesn't bother you to share that.
Well, I mean, I felt a little dumb afterwards, but, fuck it,
But you ever been in those groups? They got to add some life to those fucking mothers groups.
Yeah.
They sit there and talk about, I told a friend of mine that not to fucking, I don't want no mommy shit around me either. That shit drives me crazy. When they become mommies, sometimes you got to remind them, before you became mommies, you were all sucking dick for the rent. So let's cut it out. You were all blowing guys with the fucking rent money. That's how this came about.
Hey, sometimes it was for a nice meal. Come
sure.
on.
But that's always killed me, how people judge or they'll look at you weird. And
yeah.
That's always destroyed me. Like when a person reacts weird to me sometimes like that, like, listen, I'm not even blaming it on the fucking comedy. I always had a weird fucking thing with my mouth.
So that in a weird thing is like, the way you see it is, I was made this way and I found my niche.
When I was like in the 7th grade, this girl, Lourdes Ramos, after school on Wednesdays, we go to Union City and make, clay molds and shit.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of guys and a bunch of girls. We're really trying to fuck the girls. We just don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Maybe with clay, we don't know. We don't fucking know. So we would go to her house and make like a pit stop. And everybody would get iced tea. And the mother was banging. Cuban mom, this mother was banging. And one day I said to the mother, just goofing around, I go, you know what? You're not a bad-looking chick. I had to be in the 6th grade. I'm like, you're not a bad-looking chick. You should get dressed up and go out and get yourself a fucking man, right? About a week later, that next Wednesday, I went up to Lourdes is like, you're not allowed in my house. And she was Cuban. I thought she had a sense of humor. Some people do not have a fucking sense of humor. There's nothing, hey, bro, there's nothing you can do. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. If you don't like it, get out of your fucking circle and walk the fuck away. My 30th high school reunion is in October.
Yeah.
I've never thought about high school after I got out of that motherfucker. It didn't mean anything to me. But this one is killing me. I don't know why. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's like 30 fucking years.
Really?
What did I do in 30 fucking years? And then to make it worse, my friend calls me Sunday. She goes, quick, go to this Facebook page of this girl that we all grew up with. And one of the girls I had like the secret love affair. Like that was the first girl. Like the girl I got left back over in the 6th grade over a little nasty pussy. Yeah. That was the first time I fell in love. I got left back over pussy. You got to be in love.
Yeah.
But the second one, I got left back over pussy in the 6th grade. That's how dumb I fucking was, dog. And you're a smart guy, you know what it is to get left back. You're like, what the fuck, over pussy? So I live with that shit every day. But in high school, I had this crush on this girl, Felicia, for 4 years. And she would flirt with me on the phone, and I knew I was gonna nail her. Just a matter of time. She would always say, we can't mess around because my girlfriend's will say something. Because she was a sweet Italian girl, and I was a fucking gorilla.
Yeah.
But she was my friend, and I liked her, but I really had a crush on her, even though I had a girlfriend. So for 4 years, we just talked on the phone. And one day, me and the girl broke up, and me and this girl started talking. She had big hips and a really pretty face, and for like 3 weeks, she just had this fucking affair. Like, it started from titty. I ate her pussy out in the car after dinner piccolissimo. I got Lobster Fra Diovolo. That always is a leg spreader right there. Lobster Fra Diovolo will make a girl spread her legs when you're in high school. That dish right there, bam! This motherfucker's a class act and shit. They even give you a finger bowl, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when you got a finger bowl.
Lobster for the fingering the girl under the table.
Oh, fuck yeah. I took her behind. I'll never forget. I took her behind the Binghamton boat. There's a boat on the Jersey side that's an old ship. They turned into a restaurant. I'll never forget that. We go down there and do blow and smoke dope, and the rats were so big you could hear them under the car. That's how big the fucking rats were. You could hear them like scrapping under the car. I took her behind there and we did a little blow. We were in high school. We were seniors in high school. We did some blow and we broke down and we told each other how much we loved each other. And I remember I ate her pussy in the fucking car. It was great. It smelled like powder. Like talcum powder. It was the summertime, so you gotta put powder on your pussy to kill the humidity, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Jersey. It took me a fucking week of, you know those girls that you cannot fuck in high school? Like, I'd have her clothes off and she'd cry, and I had to put her clothes back on. I'd be fucking furious, and you gotta start with the I love yous again, and you just wanna fuck this girl. I mean, guys, I just wanted to fuck this girl to prove a point. Like, it had me to that point. And one night, I got into a fight at a party. She was there. She goes, let's go back to my house. And after 8 hours of pleading and eating her pussy, I finally gave her a stabbing. And I remember that I walked home. Like, I was like so happy. Like, I had overcome a hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not going to graduate high school until I fucked that chick. I didn't even want my fucking...
back again!
I didn't even want my fucking diploma. It wasn't going to end until I fucked this chick. And it was so weird, Felicia. I fucked her like on a Saturday night, and that was it. We never really talked that much again. It was hard. It was really hard on the both of us. It's a heartbreak story. Like, and I robbed a jewelry store, so I had to leave town anyway. So it was like kind of like you know what I'm saying? Like, it was okay. I fucked her in July.
Joey, you have the fucking aim of a poet.
You have,
like you say you paint a picture with 7 words better than any fucking one.
Oh my God!
Isn't it true, Bert? Isn't it true?
It is so like you say a chunk, not even a real sentence, not even a sentence, it's a fragment. And it fucking paints. I can close my eyes and I'm there. I can hear the rats under the car, the fucking jewelry store, you packing your bag, saying goodbye to everybody.
I didn't say goodbye to her. Me, Fernie Basasudo, and this kid Stinky drove to the fucking... This is how fucked up we were. When I found out... Now, this Fernie Basasudo kid in high school was behind the necking. In high school.
He was behind the what?
Behind the necking. When you put weights behind your neck.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was doing sex.
He was
doing sex with 205.
It was a special term about eating pussy. I had no idea
It was
what
going to be so much more salacious than just
I'll never forget this. We robbed this jewelry store. I robbed it with Marblehead and Stinky. But then when the cops got to me like a month later, I heard my high school principal told me at a bar. He goes, dog, the cops are looking for you. They're going to arrest you this week. So that Sunday night, I had to go to Sarasota, Florida, where boredom was invented. At the time, in 81, they had one movie theater, and all it played was The Road Warrior. I went and watched it every fucking day. That's how boring Sarasota was at the time. Beautiful beach.
No, I've been to Sarasota, and I was in Sarasota in 81.
Oh.
I remember going down there, and it's just old shuffleboard.
And the weed was terrible. Oh, I'm down there trying to smoke weed, selling jewelry at jewelry stores, because I robbed this jewelry, and that's what I ran with, was the jewelry. That was my money. I would just sell a couple chains at a jewelry store, because I didn't know nobody. I was like a wholesaler. I would go to pick a chain, give me half price. But it's funny, because I didn't talk to her that June. I fucked her in July, and we kind of talked. We kind of argued. I didn't talk to her in August a little bit, and then in September it was when I robbed that jewelry store. But it was funny because they told me like in October that I had to leave because the cops were looking for me. And I remember we stayed up all night doing blow, and here I am in this car with 3 gorillas, killers. This Fernie Basasudo kid was a killer, and Glenn Conti was a killer. And I'm sitting in the back seat, and we got Black Sabbath on from Technical Ecstasy. I'll never forget this. And I remember being in the car, and all 4 gorillas, including myself, were crying. Because I had to get on this plane and leave. They're like, when are you going to come back? Like, I don't know, dog. The fucking heat's looking for me. You guys let me know, But because I was down there for 2 months, by the time I got back, the romance with that bitch was gone. So we never really fucking closed it. So.
Well, that's a good way to get over heartbreak is commit a felony.
You should rob a jewelry store.
I should rob a jewelry store.
Wait, no what? What about is she going to be at your 30-year reunion?
No, I went to Miami to the Improv a couple weeks ago, and they all live in Florida.
Yeah.
Her and the 6 girls that were fucking crazy in high school all moved to a mile between each other. Their kids hang out together, but they all became Bible beaters. So the 2 of them got ginormous, and when they said go to the picture, I looked at the picture. I mean, this girl used to be a knockout in high school.
Yeah.
She just became like, she still has a pretty face, but from here down, she doesn't even have shoulders. It just goes like a triangle from the fat. Her and the other girl, her name was Tasia Romano, and we used to call her Tasia Romano, Big Fat Piano. Tasia Romano lit her house on fire one time when she got home drunk with a turkey, and that was her claim to fame, that she burnt the house down while cooking a turkey, the fat fuck. But they put her at the Sheridan Center off the 4, the insurance company.
Yeah.
Put her off the Sheridan Center off Route 4 in Jersey, this hotel. And at the time, she would call me and go, Coco, you got to come down here. You got to see who's at the bar. And she'd go, Lawrence Taylor, the Giants. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So I went down. This was when the USFL was on.
Yeah.
And the USFL, I go down there and see Herschel Walker, and the Knicks were hanging out there, and Kool and the Gang. I mean, this was a fucking real black party, like old days. And they had the all-you-could-eat ribs and everything. This is a great fucking place. And that's where I seen Lawrence Taylor one night, and I asked him if he wanted to do a line of coke, and he almost killed me. That was where I was clean and sober, but I heard Lawrence Taylor went there, so I go, this is my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a line with Lawrence motherfucking Taylor. And I waited. I got an 8-ball, and he came in, and I chased him into the bathroom. And I asked him, Mr. Taylor, you want to do a line? He's like, get the fuck out of here, you white motherfucker. And he threw me out of the bar.
Up.
I fucked up because I should have waited till you get a couple lines in him.
Yeah.
Because once you get a couple lines in you, you'll snort anything. You know what I'm saying? Once you get 10 or 15 lines in you, I'll make you snort aspirin if I have to. I'll hypnotize your ass. So
I interviewed Lawrence Taylor, his feet, and he didn't wear shoes in the interview. He just had like those, those bath slippers. And his feet, I mean, were fucking atrocious. They were huge, for one. Like, football players have the biggest fucking feet. Like, that's the number. Like, Warren Sapp's like a regular sized dude. He's like my size, big, but he's not like you. He's not. I mean, he's a big guy. Warren Sapp's got like a size 14 foot. Like, that's like, I think that's the thing. The bigger the feet, the like more powerful the man. But Lawrence Taylor's feet were like, I mean, something you'd see in like a science fiction movie. They were huge, and his toes like were hanging way over the sandal, and like they were. I remember his toes were like the size of my dick, like just big toes. Yeah,
I got one toe that's fucking killing me at yoga. Every time I look at it, I'm scared the yoga teacher won't even go back. It's like a little hoof. And the nail has the fungi in it growing, so it grows to a triangle. It's fucking atrocious.
You the fungus nail?
Yeah, I got
Dude,
fungus.
Daniel Tosh has that, and
It's a nightmare.
he said it's impossible to get rid of. Impossible to get rid of.
I've pissed on him, mud. I've gone to doctors, to pills.
Yeah.
It goes, but then it comes back, and it grows under your nail, and it pushes your nail out.
And you can't.
Let me tell you something. You take a fucking a scissor, and you clean that stuff out. You roll it in a ball, and you put it at your house. A person that you hate, put that fucking dead lint toe ball at their house and give it a week. They'll never figure that smell out. They'll have voodoo doctors. They'll have ghost finders from A&E. They will not figure out. You put that little ball in the corner, that thing stinks so bad. When I take it out of my toe, I have to wash my hands 18 times.
Are you serious?
That's how bad. Look at Felicia's. I'm going to roll one for you one night.
And
you play with it
I'm
at
gonna cut
night?
this part of the podcast out. I'm sorry, that's fucking disgusting. That is so fucking gross.
Richard Pryor said in order to be a cool kid in his neighborhood, you had to be able to, you had to have ringworm and be able to fuck a dog.
Yeah, ringworm.
That was the two things.
And that's how you got ringworm.
That made me laugh so hard. He said, man, if you had to be a cool kid in my neighborhood, you had to have ringworm and be able to fuck a dog.
Ringworm, I still got it at times, I think.
What is it?
It's like a fucking amoeba, one of those fucking things that's like associated with dirt. You know, when you're a kid and you find out that it's associated with dirt, I'm like, I take 2 showers a day. What, I gotta take 3?
Yeah.
Something with dirt or something like that. It goes into your skin and you get like these little fucking sores.
Really?
They don't blow up or nothing. It's just like they itch and you gotta put ointment on it, like that pink shit you gotta put. That's it. They go away. I had to take pills and put a cream on when I was a kid.
Really? I had impetigo when I was a kid.
What's that?
It's like some hanging out in showers and your ass touches the wall, and it's basically like in all fairness, it's probably like a herpes sore, but not on your genitals. It's just on your body. So it's like it's curable. It goes away. But man, it was on my ass cheeks because my ass was touching the shower curtain, like you know how sometimes, and I got on my ass cheeks and I couldn't sit in class. I was in like second grade, and I was like, fuck, and my mom had to take me down. When I was a kid, I had like this. Now this is gonna sound like not real because I'm telling you about when I was a kid, and I don't know that my memory is fucking weird. But in first grade, I had like 1,000 warts under my arm.
Really?
Yeah, I'm fucking finding out the real fact on this. Hold on one second. I'm gonna say 1,000 warts. Joey, they burned it off with acid. I'm in first grade, and they burned them off with acid, and I was like, it was the most traumatic thing that's ever happened in my entire life.
Did they numb it?
Nope, just fucking acid.
Are you serious?
Just put my arm up. I would say 1,000 warts. I'm gonna say 1,000 warts. I'm calling my mom right now. We're gonna find out the exact number.
Warts. Nasty warts.
1,000.
I had one on my finger one time. I bit it the fuck off.
I used to get warts. I don't get them anymore.
I got one on my finger, and they said it's like a mushroom thing,
like a fungus or
like a fungus.
Yeah.
It's a disease. It's the same thing. It's ultimately the same virus that causes HPV, which is genital warts. It's the same virus, but it's just
Diluted.
It manifests. Yeah,
It's like a vampire in 2012. He's diluted.
my fucking mom's not answering the phone.
She's fucking busy. She knew you
yeah,
were gonna
she's
call
got a
up.
life. She
I
didn't need to
swear to
be
God.
You know you're gonna call
drawn
up with a
back to that
Jeopardy
fucking
question.
drama.
and
We
shit.
were
swear to you.
talking earlier about how you were saying that your mom and dad abandoned you when you got sick once.
Aspen Comedy Festival. I have a movie, like a short film that's premiering. So they fly all of us to Aspen to premiere it. So I got 2 kids at the time. My wife wants to go, so we can't leave the kids. So we take the kids. As soon as it's my mom. Hold on one second. Let's find out real quick. Hey, Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, when I was a kid, how many warts would you say were under my arm?
30.
Fuck. All right. That's still a lot, though, right? And did they burn it off with acid?
Yes, they did. And you had big golf ball-sized blisters, and I thought Dad was going to kill the guy. And not only did they blister, but then they popped, and you had raw meat from your elbow to your waist.
My asshole just got tightened.
Yeah.
What, hon?
Nothing, Ma.
Nothing. All right. I'm going to tell the story about the time you abandoned us in Aspen. All right?
Oh, jeez, what do you need to... Oh, God. Go ahead.
Bye. So my parents find out I'm going to Aspen, and they're like, well, we've always wanted to go to Aspen. So they decide to book tickets to Aspen. Then my sisters go, well, fuck, if the whole family's going, we want to go. So now we've got my 2 sisters, my 2 parents, my wife, and my 2 kids. My sisters and my parents fly in like a couple days earlier. This is, I don't know what year this is, but they fly in a couple days earlier, and they get a chalet, like a really big house. It's actually, I was like, oh, great, so now I don't have to pay for somewhere to stay. So we go to fly in, and there's a nightmare snowstorm. And
It's always a nightmare going to Aspen.
always.
Yeah, always.
And we even touched down and had to pull out. The snow was that bad. So we then go to Colorado Springs. We then drive from Colorado Springs all the way to Aspen. Me, my 2 kids, and my wife. And I get sick on the ride coming in. So sick that I get to the chalet. The second again, I start throwing up. I'm violently ill. I'm violently ill for like 24 hours, and then I come out on the other end. And I'm fine. I'm like, great, we're all okay. So we go to the premiere of the thing, and at the premiere, my oldest daughter throws up on me. Okay, so everyone's there. I'm dressed like in a ski. She throws up on me. I end up having to watch the premiere in someone else's shirt, and they take her home. She's sick for 24 hours. Leanne gets sick. My wife gets sick. Now, my parents have kind of secluded us to a corner of the chalet. The second Leanne gets sick, now I'm coming off of it. George is still sick. Leanne's sick. We have an infant, Isla. She starts getting sick. And I'm like, it's my mom. I'm not answering it because she's trying to defend herself. So, I'm telling you, Joey, I swear to you on my children, in the middle of the fucking night, my dad wakes everyone up like it's Nazi Germany and goes, we're fucking out of here. I'm getting us all tickets out of here. Fuck them. We don't want to get sick. Leaves me. I wake up. The house is empty. I go, where the fuck is everybody, right? I look at my phone. There's a text from my dad with a picture of them at the airport. We didn't want to get sick. Good luck flying home. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I swear to you, I almost that was one of those moments where you cannot defend your family to your spouse, and you're like, I guess we just gotta fucking
fucking animals.
Yeah, they're fucking animals.
They're animals.
And I call my dad. I go, how can you do that to me? I got 2 children that are sick. I am just coming out of it. My wife's sick. She can't get out of a bed. And one's an infant. You couldn't have stayed and like helped out. And he was like, buddy, I would have gotten sick. I was like, yeah, but you would have helped me. And he goes, yeah, but I don't want to get sick.
I don't want to get sick.
And he was like, that. And that's when I see kids that get sick, I go, I'm not going to get it. If I get it, I fucking get it. Who gives a fucking shit? You know, I'll lose a little weight. It's my mom. All right. Go ahead, Mom. Defend yourself. Why did you guys take off in the middle of the night?
Yeah, this is Dad.
Oh, shit.
What's going on, bud?
Nothing. I just told the story about Aspen when you and Mom and Annie and Cotty deserted us.
I deserted you and took everyone with me.
He's the smart one.
Yeah. I told him, I said,
I don't handle vomiting diarrhea well, bud.
There's no remorse in his voice.
There's
It's just
none.
like,
Oh,
this is how it is.
There was no
Deal with
apology.
it.
I said, how could you do that to me? He goes, well, I don't want to get sick. I got a lot of shit to do next week.
Hey, I had to get home, but I couldn't sit around a bunch of sick people. There are 2 sick babies and you.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe this? All right.
Hey, I'm not the nurturing type, bud.
Good. All right. Thanks, Dad. All right. I'll talk to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.
You know, when I go to a fucking farmer's market on Sundays,
Yeah.
I can't lie to you guys. I go to Laurel Canyon, like the rest of the fucking Waspi people. They go to Laurel. When you walk past that horse area where all the kids are, I could smell the fucking flu.
Yeah.
You could smell the flu. I don't want to fucking get sick either.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have I would have bandaged you if you were fucking sick. Not like that. Yeah. But, you know, if you're puking and whatever, and I'm going to get it too. I got shit to do on Monday.
Yeah.
I don't want to be shitting blood and fucking puking because you're fucking sick, so...
It is a weird.
It's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing because it's an intimacy. Like your son was like, "Duh, don't touch me, I'm sick." And then in a weird way, you just go, "All right, guess I won't meet this child," and you just walk by and you're like,
Right.
"Bye." And but then in a weird way, it's like, well, if you do the civil thing, you're like, "Oh, don't worry, man, it's good seeing you." Or like, "Hey, how you doing?" Then all of a sudden, you fucking get it. And then you're like, wow, I'm dealing with like, that's such a fucking weird concept.
You know, I was on this photo trip about 5 years, probably like maybe 7 years ago. Remember when the flu came over from Asia? What flu was that? Where the bird flu, everyone was freaking out. But I went on a photo trip to Budapest or something and was with all these other photographers. And like 2 weeks before, this one woman photographer came from Asia, I think China, and she had gotten sick, but it wasn't that. And afterwards, because I started freaking out, I went into the bathroom and I was like in some hotel in Budapest, and I was literally like you know, soaping up my arms to the elbows, and I was like, you know, doing the whole like, you know, like I was carrying Silkwood and it had to come off. And as I was doing it, the door for some reason was kind of open to that bathroom, and she walked by with a group of people, and she saw me, and she knew.
Shut
I was
up.
like, ooh.
What was the one that just came out? What was the flu that just came out that people in Mexico that everyone was getting?
The Mexican flu.
No. Joey, my favorite line of that I'm going to say, like yesterday I had to do this video shoot, and at one point they're like, "Can we get you to laugh?" And I was like, "I don't know." And they're like, "Can you laugh? Because we want to do like we need 20 seconds of you laughing for something." So I go, "I don't fucking know." So I go to the podcast you did with Joe and that guy Dolce, and I play the line of you going, it's either wings with blue cheese or go fuck your mother. And I started laughing hysterically. My new go-to line is, if you think black people are allowed in the movie theater, you should go to prison.
Oh my
That
God.
is the greatest thing I've ever fucking heard, because I can't imagine how loud. That is my favorite thing I think I've ever fucking heard.
If you want to learn about the whole black experience and love it afterward, go to prison, because you really see it. I learned a lot.
I bet you come out
brothers.
a different person.
Yeah, you come out
seeing
with a different
people
perspective.
differently.
Yeah, you really do. You see people in the most vulnerable fucking state.
Yeah.
You know, and some people are just talking, but there's people on there like me that are just sitting there talking and learning. You're learning on not what to do to end up back in this fucking place. Prison is good and bad, because you have people that go and they become institutionalized. They go out in the street, they can't handle it. The street's too much for some fucking people. Working and taking a bus and insurance
Too much
and bills.
for me.
The guys like us, we love it. We thrive that shit.
Yeah.
More bills, the more I gotta go out there and break somebody's fucking lung. But for some people, they just find the solace in jail of 8 hours, 30 cents an hour, picking up trash on the side of the road, reading a book, and they'll do 30 fucking years. I did San Jose last week, and my buddies came up. And their cousin, who I grew up with, just did 30 fucking years. He came out. Went in 1984, so that's like 26 fucking years. This was when they were first sentencing people for cocaine, big time.
up.
Wow, can you
1984?
imagine coming out now, like how everything is fucking
He came out
changed?
last year, guys.
Holy shit.
Cell phones.
Yeah.
He came out last
Russians.
year.
I mean, Russians
Oh,
are here. He
yeah.
never met Russians. All of a sudden, they're here.
Yeah,
Like,
everything.
26 years. Think about doing 16 years. 6 fucking years, which you really do 3.5 of. That shit scares you when you sit there and you've been in there for a year. And you're like, I've been in here for a fucking year. And you got 4 more to do.
Oh my God.
And people could glamorize it when you watch Goodfellas. People glamorize it. Don't. I don't care how close it is to home. It's not home. And home is you.
You've got to do
Being
that
in
show,
control
Joey.
of you,
You've
you
got
know?
to do the show where you take people the last night before they go to prison, and you just plan an adventure for them. That would be such.
Man.
If only if you could not be like, if there was not that negative connotation of someone going to prison. Like maybe if you did it for like the military, but that would be that concept. Because there would be guys when I worked in New York and I worked at the Boston Comedy Club. I'll never forget once a week. 4 dudes, 1 guy's going to prison. This is last night. We're taking him out. Once a week, because that club was a little sketchy. And all the time you were like, all right, don't fucking talk back. He's got nothing to lose. Don't fucking talk shit to him. If he heckles, let him heckle. Let him enjoy his night. It's his night. He's going to fucking prison. But that's fucking...
It's a tough situation the last 12 hours. I don't think a person would even want to volunteer for that. Because the more you get high, the more that feeling gets big. So even if you're 3 hours away and you got fucking Sigourney Weaver and Kim Kardashian sucking your dick, in 4 hours you're going to fucking go to jail. And it's no difference than knowing you're going to get electrocuted. It's a fucked up feeling. Like, at least I knew I was going away, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I didn't let it really take over me. In the bottom of my heart, I'm like, I'm going to fucking overthrow this guy at the fucking sentencing. Nah, you're not going to overthrow nobody. If you see me dazing, it's because I'm thinking about my blood test tomorrow.
Oh, I hate
I
that
have
feeling.
a blood test at 9:15.
really?
All 3 of us are adults.
Because I was
Yes.
looking at you. You seem a little out of it. Yeah.
I know that I'm going to survive this blood test.
Yeah.
It's a 20-second pick, and you hear the thing go like this because they're pumping into your tube, and that's it. I'm worried right now. It's like anything else. We're going to worry
Did we
about.
talk about this last time? You have a fear of needles, right?
Yeah.
I have
We
We
fear.
talked about this the last time we were on here, I think.
I have
Yeah.
fear of the whole blood thing. It's
Yeah.
different. It's really weird. A couple weeks ago, I was fucking cleaning, and I went to do laundry, and I went to put my head in the basket to get the clothes out, and there was a ledge, but my suit was hiding it. And I banged my fucking head with the ledge, and I knew right there. I just dropped the clothes and touched my head. Now, from watching the expose on wrestling on 2020, I knew that when you want to get bloody quick, they get a razor blade and they cut over here.
Yeah.
Because for some reason you got a lot of blood here. That's why you bleed so much. At the end of the day, you got a stitch. You're like, why did I lose 22 pounds of fucking blood?
Yeah.
Because your brain, it's really weird. It's a trick they have. The wrestlers take a razor blade and they go like this, and then you hit them with an elbow, and they make believe all this blood. So I knew there was going to be blood. So I put my hand up like this, Bert. I looked at it. There was no blood, and I could feel it going down. I went in. I called my wife. I said, listen, if you call back here and I don't answer, I'm passed out. And I hung up. And as I was hanging up, I went into the bathroom. I seen it. Once I seen it, it was over. The room starts moving.
Are you
I start
serious?
getting fucking hot, like 2,000 degrees. I got to put the air on and rip my shirt off and my pants, open them up. And I lay down, and 9 out of 10, a cat will jump on me and calm me the fuck down. Like,
Really?
they know when I'm going through that.
Yeah.
So they'll jump on me, and by me petting them, like, it goes away. I can't bring my cat to the doctor's office. But iPod with Santana, Oye Como Va, always fucking works.
Yeah.
You look the other way, and it's and you just look the other way, man. And
Well, it's scary. My son last week got a bloody nose, and it was so fucking ferocious. And I was sitting out in the patio, and I was yelling at them. I was like, yeah, because I was pissed at him about something. And then I said to my older one, go get the younger one. And he's like, Mom, he can't come out here as a bloody nose. And I'm all like, these motherfuckers. And I'm like, get your ass out here. And he's like, no, Mom, he really has a bloody nose. And I'm all like, because the little one's kind of pouty when he doesn't get his way. And I'm all like, don't let him get his ass out here, right? All my neighbors can hear. He comes out, and it's gushing. And he has like 2 towels, and they are soaked, and it's coming out, and I'm all like, oh shit, what do I do? And it starts pouring on the cement, and I'm like, go over the grass, don't stain the bouquet rock. You know what I mean? And then I go in, and my other one's crying in a corner, like, he's what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? I fucking call 911 because I take him into the bathroom. It is gushing out. It clogged my sink. 911 comes, and of course, like a second before 911 comes, it finally stopped. But that scared
that's
the
$1,800,
shit out of me.
That's $1,800. Every time you dial 911, get ready for an $1,800 check.
Really?
A bill. Oh fuck you! You're gonna get a bill in the mail, though.
Are you serious?
Oh fuck yeah! They take you sign anything?
No. Oh, I did.
Oh, you're done.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, that's $1,800. You just got an $1,800 bloody nose.
That little motherfucker.
You never call the ambulance. You go to the emergency room. You get in the fucking car with an ice bag. That's Brian.
Really?
He paid $3,600. He pulled over on the 101. He ate a fucking bread strip. And he called an ambulance, and fucking $1,800. Once you sign that motherfucker.
It wasn't ambulance. It was the 911. It was the paramedic.
Oh, that's like triple.
You shut your fucking
Oh, you're gonna get a nice bill. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Wait, did they come for free? You think that's gratis?
I pay my taxes.
That don't mean dick.
Pay my taxes.
Oh, you're gonna get a.
Are you
You sign
fucking
something? Oh yeah.
serious?
Once
That's
you
That's
sign.
why the 911 never takes forever in the
No,
hood.
no.
So like they don't have the fucking money.
They don't have
That's why
fucking
they
insurance.
call.
No, dog.
Oh.
That's a 3,000. And paramedics. Ooh. Ooh. Like if there were
Fuck you,
3 Puerto
Diaz.
Ricans.
What's up with
If there were 3
that?
Puerto
Shut
Ricans with a
up.
Band-Aid, that's like 1,800. But these specialized motherfuckers. Ooh.
Oh, stop it! Stop
Ooh,
it!
you've
Stop
never-
it, or I'll cut myself and
Yeah,
look
you
at
never
blood.
fucking call 911. You drag him to that fucking emergency room and take him. He's yours, motherfucker.
But then after his nose was all bloody and it
please.
stopped, I said to him, "Did you stick your finger up there on purpose?" Because I was pretty pissed at him. He's like, "No," you know what I mean? Because it looked like he was stuck it up there and tried to pull a thought out.
The
from
worst is when you get hit in the nose.
2006. You know what I mean?
The worst is when you get hit in the nose and the thick blood comes out with the veins. And
Oh
the,
yeah,
my
that's what
God.
was happening, and
you
he
think
was
you're gonna die.
gagging because it was going back and no, it was fucking frightening.
Ooh, yeah, you
Yeah,
should have called the paramedics.
yeah, no, they,
gosh.
yeah.
Wait
'cause-
till you get the bill. You're gonna break his fucking nose all over again. 3,600, you motherfucker. Bam! I'm gonna break your nose now for sure. It's gonna be worth it. Yeah, don't
Right.
ever call the ambulance unless they're fucking bouncing up and down. And
By the way, if you've like that, you learned that when you call 911, you get charged a huge big bill. Do us a big favor. This is how I try to be professional. Go to iTunes. Leave us a nice little comment on iTunes. That drives our numbers up, and we would love that if you did that. If you're buying something off Amazon, please go to our website, and there's a little Amazon placard. Put yourself through that Amazon placard. It'll take you right to Amazon, and we get a little bit of a credit that you heard about Amazon from us, because yes, we're spreading the word of Amazon, and you've only heard it through us, I'm sure. That's me being sarcastic.
And now for a word from our sponsors. Do you have a weird fucking lump in your nutsack? Don't keep scratching it. Go to the doctor, you dumb fuck. Go to ballcancersucks.com, see what's going on, order a shirt, let them know you went to the page, sign something, get the emails, but the most important thing is to go to the doctor and get those nuts checked, get the finger up the ass. There's shit down there going on, especially if you're over 40. You understand me? Me, I'm going tomorrow morning. That's why I've been a fucking mess all day. I'm doing the blood. I'm checking for syphilis, fucking gonorrhea. I'm checking for everything tomorrow. The finger in the ass, the fucking goo coming out of your helmet, everything. And support ballcancersucks.com by getting a t-shirt. You get 20% off. Put BB20 in the box. And there you have it. Also, I want to give a shout out to our friends at taintedvisionart.com.
Wow, you're so fucking sexy when you rock out.
You know
the,
me, dog. I ain't got time to
advertisements
fuck
like that.
around.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer, what's going on in your life? Where you at the next few weeks?
I'm in Vegas for a week, New York for a week, and on June 28th, my new show on Travel Channel airs, Trip Flip, at 9 o'clock. It's a double premiere episode, so please, only if you're a Nielsen family, watch it, because it's pointless if anyone else watches it, apparently.
I watch it. I'll watch it.
I know, but it
crazy
sucks.
shit.
It sucks. Like, all they care about is a Nielsen rating, and you're like, Like,
Fuck Nielsen. Just do your shit.
But yeah, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. Here's the thing. You ready for this? Oh, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I take for this show, Trip Flip. It's actually a really great show. Here's the reason I like it. We gift an amazing vacation to 2 people.
Oh, really?
We take them to Scotland, to Italy, to New York, to Vegas, to Cabo, to Cancun, to Hawaii. So if you want to me to take you on vacation,
Oh my God!
What do we need to do for Felicia?
5-star hotels in like we took these kids to Italy, got them custom made Italian suits, handmade Italian shoes. We had dinner with one of the top 3 chefs in all of Europe. We took them canyoning. We took them on Vespa tours. The show is so awesome. It's such a cool thing to do to give that to people that I hope people watch it so we can keep doing it, because it's when you see people that can't afford it, like that are I mean, we don't take people that have tons of fucking money, but people who go, the young college kids, are like a young couple out of Wisconsin. We took them down to Cabo and we got them into Lamborghinis, and we raced Lamborghinis on open roads at 140 miles an hour. And they're like, and they're just sitting there like, I'm never going to get to drive a Lamborghini again. It is one of the coolest shows I've ever done, because it feels good at the end of the day. You're like, I'm giving people something they couldn't normally. No one's in this economy. No one's wasting money on a vacation except for us. We're shooting it, and so it is awesome. So check it out. Thursday, June 28th at 9:00. Trip Flip on Travel Channel. And everyone watch it. I don't care if you're a Nielsen family or not.
What do we need to do for fucking Felicia to win a trip?
I know.
What the fuck do we need to do?
Hook me up with that guy.
I'll hook you up with that guy.
And win me a fucking trip,
If
bro.
I hook you up with that guy, I will take you. We're actually going to, I guess, like the Universal City on Saturday to find the people that we're taking to Vegas, and to find the people that we're
go up
taking
there
to
with
New
your
York.
kids, dress them real bummy, put a black eye, and show some
I
cleavage.
for vacation.
What would you do? What would you want to do in Vegas?
Well, I don't like Vegas.
What about New York?
New York.
New York's gangster. We're doing. We're going to the Russian Baths downtown. We're going to the Yankees game. We're going to We're going to go batting practice with the Yankees.
Museum of Natural History.
I shouldn't actually talk about this because it's supposed to be a
Hudson
surprise
River.
to whoever. So if you're listening to this and we do end up picking you, we see you at Universal City Walk, do not tell them. Fuck, I should never have talked about what we're gonna do, but that's what we're doing. New York's gonna be.
Do you want me
really
to cut
insane.
that out?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
He don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
How about you, Felicia? Where are you going to be in the
Well,
next few weeks?
I'm actually going to be on TV on June 30th. It's nothing as grandiose and fun as you. But,
Friday night, Saturday night.
On the 30th, I'm going to be on the TV Guide Network. They're doing a show called Stand Up in Stilettos. Try not to laugh at this point, you know.
Good for you, Felicia.
But yeah, it's going to be on there, and I don't know why I always insist before I tape something that I go out and pig out on fucking Thai food, you know. I'm like, and then
Why?
because then everyone's all dressed up nice, and I have a little skirt on and my just biggest fucking Thai food belly on the planet. That's how I roll.
I can't imagine that.
That's
I also
totally true. It's
I
totally
also
true.
have a show on Showtime right now called Red Light Comedy. If you want to see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do stand up on one of them, but I do the interstitials for all of them.
Uh-huh.
And I'm shocked because do you ever do something and you're like, I'm actually being really funny for me. Like, this is me being the funniest I've ever seen myself on TV, because it's totally uncensored. I can do whatever I want. And I'm watching, I'm like, I'm fucking killing. And no one's mentioned it on Twitter. No one said a thing. No one's even said I suck. No one's watching it. I'm like, this sucks. Like, my own crew is like, oh yeah, you're on TV. I'm like, God, no one's. But so yeah, if you want to watch that, that's on now. But Trip Flip, that's one I really care about.
And what's that? Say the one on Showtime again.
Red Light Comedy. Maybe it's because I'm not saying the right name. I don't know. Amsterdam. It's
Red
about
Lights
something.
Comedy District.
Yeah,
It's a comedy show with different foreigners and shit on it.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I don't watch it on Showtime. I don't know any of the people, so it's hard to.
It's all there's.
So whatever.
It was a grab bag. A lot of European
Yeah,
comics,
it's a lot of
and
Europeans, so I don't
Yeah.
know who they are.
Because they're funny. Okay, Joey,
I
your
will,
turn.
I will be at Buffalo and Nietzsche's June 21st. Go to buffalo.com and get tickets to buffalocomedy.com. I will be at Governor's on Long Island June 22nd and 23rd. And I will be at the Ice House for a story show on June 27th. We'll also be in San Francisco at Cobb's, myself and Felicia Michaels, July 12th. Blow that motherfucker up, cocksuckers.
Awesome. I can't wait to go do that with
That's
you, Joey.
right,
That's
you
gonna
sexy
be
bitch.
fun. Thank you so much, Bert.
Thank you,
for
Bert
This is,
joining
Kreischer.
I
us.
always have a good time.
I have a
doing
great
this.
time
It-
with
it
you.
is such a very casual. I didn't realize that Mike was on until like halfway into this.
Fuck
Oh,
it. That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
we do it. Fuck it. This is
I love when we have a fun episode
Yeah,
too. You
this
know,
is what you need. I can't have people in there dragging a fucking dog in here every week. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
other
You know,
week's
everybody
fine.
wants to hear the heartstrings, but I like having the funny ones too. So thank you very much.
I had a great time. Anytime, guys.
You're a bad
love talking to you guys.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Stay black. Throw a kiss, Felicia. Mwah.